Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome.
With Queen Naomi still in custody till I think the 14th of January 2025, where there will be another hearing, okay? Queen Naomi is going through a lot of devastation right now. The mother is devastated, like the whole entire family is torn apart over what is happening to their beloved daughter. Now, because Queen Naomi's trajectory has been known by a lot of people, they know very well that this is not and would not be the first time that Queen Naomi is organizing an event like this. A lot of lawyers have evaluated the situation and have seen a lot of loopholes, citing from the fact that a lot of parents whose children got harmed during this process had thrown their children over the fence. A specific case is a particular woman who is said to have thrown a child over the fence. The child, fell down and struck his head against a stone and was unalive immediately. Yeah. And this is also part of the families that are standing up and holding Queen Naomi responsible for what they have done. And now, because of the goodwill and, Queen Naomi has attracted over the years, they said 14 lawyers have come out to offer pro bono services to Olori Naomi because they are seeing loopholes here and there, and they feel that if they all pull their forces together to stand out for Olori Naomi, that Olori Naomi will be set free, because she has not done anything wrong. First of all, it's her intention, but unfortunately, when it comes to law, the intention is never a project. So, project that serves as a determinant factor. Now, as we are hearing, as it is rumored, alleged, and making the rounds on social media, we have heard that, in fact, there is a lot of problems. And the lawyers are seeing a lot of loopholes with this case. The fact that everybody's putting it on Queen Naomi is the problem. People are saying, no, it shouldn't be like that. That Queen Naomi only went there to reach out to people, to reach out to these children, something she has done over the years. And now there was an accident. Now, if you go around social media and see what is going on, the MC of the event was said to have been beaten up, and he was even hospitalized. But do you know that on social media, you hardly hear anything like that except for Hamza, who is trying to narrate their ordeal, okay? Nobody is saying anything like that. So were there hoodlums there or not, no one is even saying that. And they said the reason why Queen Naomi is being kept is to ascertain if there was hoodlums, if some of these issues were ignited by the hoodlums. Yes, we saw the crowd. The crowd was massive. And in any case, there is a tendency that there might be some kind of stampede, or there could be some kind of stampede. And 35 children, were unalive because of this event. And so it's a very serious event, but it is very, very sad with the way people have analyzed and bastardized the whole situation, making it look as if she wanted this to happen. And everybody, as a matter of fact, this event has made me to think, about life, the way people deal with people, even when, one thing people need to understand is that good and bad things can happen to both good and bad people, okay? And so, don't come here and begin to judge this woman and say that she's paying for all her sins. What sins are you even talking about? And you who is even talking? Are you even righteous? What sin did she commit? The only sin she committed was wanting to help. It's sad that human beings are the way that we are, but the good thing is that the person that she has been, and I can assure you, I'll tell you one thing, that by the time Naomi comes out of this, Naomi will be 10 times better than she was, and she'll be stronger, and she will be more recognized globally for what has happened. Okay, now for those people who think that it is the end of Olori Naomi, you're dragging, calling them names and all of that, it is what it is. It has happened and it has happened. But however, we are getting a report now that 14 lawyers have come out to offer pro bono services. And I know that a lot of people may not know what this is. In the interest of those who may not know, let me explain. Pro bono services is usually used in law. Okay, it's a term where maybe a government may offer, may donate lawyers or a lawyer to take care of cases of people who do not have finances. But in this case, it's different because the finances is not the problem. These lawyers are volunteering themselves to stand for Olori Naomi, to try and do whatever it is to ensure that this does not get worse than it already is. We have a lot of families who are pressing charges. They want to see that justice is served. But when you talk about justice being served under the circumstances, you know, when people seek justice in this case, it's almost as if you're saying somebody just went there and unalived those children. She called for people to come. She wanted to celebrate with children. She announced that there will be 5,000 people. She announced that the event was supposed to start by 10. And by 5, 6, 7, the crowd, they were overwhelmed with this crowd. Look at the school. See the number of people that were inside the school and look at the number of people that were outside the school. Most of these stampedes happened outside the school, not even inside the school. Yes, it is true that some happened inside the school. Yeah, like the woman who threw the child over the gate and the child was unalive immediately. It happened inside the school. And there are some other cases. But others, a lot of them happened outside the school. At the back of the fence where you see that massive crowd, that was where the stampede happened. Some people were dragged over the fence back down because others were trying to climb. Some climbed on top of others and all of that. It's a very terrible situation. But right now, when people say they are seeking justice, this is not to undermine the pain that the parents are going through. But we understand, and you know, we are sympathetic towards this family. Okay, it is sad as it can be, and we pray that God will give them the fortitude to bear that horrible loss. Okay, at the time where they should be celebrating with their children. But when you say that you're seeking justice, you want to see that justice be served. Are you seeking justice because this woman, you know, carried something and unalived the kids? No, the woman asked that children come for celebration. It was your decision that these children, you had to bring them. You brought, some people went and carried their neighbors' children, and their neighbors' children became unalived there. And now you put everything on Olori Naomi and make it look as though Olori Naomi meant for this to happen. It is sad. So lawyers are beginning to evaluate the situation. Most of the children that were unalive outside the gate, the premises, okay? And now they said they are charging Queen Naomi with willful negligence. They are charging her 4 counts, and some are saying involuntary manslaughter and all of that. All of this count to charge this woman with murder. Oh my gosh, how is this even possible? A lot of people are dancing, seeing the murder in that situation. See the way the woman was crying and all of that. A lot of people are happy. When you go to comment section, you'll be afraid of these human beings. Human beings are something else. Very, very wicked. These are the same people who were praising Olori Naomi. You are the best. You are the moon. You are the star. You are everything in this world. And today, see the way the same people turned against Olori Naomi. But one thing that is for sure is that man is not able to do what God can do. God is going to bring her out of this. I'm sure this is, you know, that last fight that they were talking about that she needed to have fought. But however, we are grateful that all of these lawyers have come out to offer pro bono services. They are offering their time, resources, and everything to see how they get Naomi out of jail. I'm going to bring him update. Do not forget, these are all alleged, rumored, and speculated information making the rounds on social media.